Welcome back to the channel, lads. It is episode number 37 of our Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory career mode. Couple of days to go until the January transfer window comes to an end. I very much doubt we will be signing any other player, but even more importantly, I suppose, I very much doubt we will be letting go of anyone at this stage of the season unless maybe something crazy presents itself in terms of how much we have got. We've still got a little bit of money, but I think most of those will go into giving players a new contract. There are still a few players that I want to improve their current deal before the end of this season, and youth academy signings as well. Some of those funds will go into bringing in some players in the youth academy. Our next few games though, we've got Oxford, Burnley, Birmingham, Bolton Wanderers and Swansea. Some good fixtures. Bolton Wanderers, well, I said good fixtures, although the table will suggest good fixtures, but Birmingham and Bolton Wanderers, these are teams that we have struggled against in the past. But it's Oxford United first though in the FA Cup. So far this season we've seen the likes of Charlie Webster, Kerr Gibbs, Arthur Stewart all get new contracts for the outstanding performances in the last couple of seasons. Richard Koning as well becoming our highest paid player on 20k a week with that new contract. One player that I do think deserves a new contract though is Caleb Parkin, our big centre midfielder, 6'2". I mean, he was outstanding at the start of the season before he picked up his injury. It's good to have him back though. A goal and 4 assists in our competition this season. We've got an offer from Sheffield Wednesday for him as well, and what a way to tell him we still want you here, we still want to keep you here for the next few seasons. You will be an important part of the team. Of course, it's to give him a new contract. He's one of those players as well that I hope at some point his dynamic potential will kick in. He's 20 years of age, 68 rated, and I think 70 rated is the ceiling. So if we can get dynamic potential to kick in at some point, the sky is the limit for him really. But 9k there, we've more than doubled his wages, 45k in signing on bonus, and I'm a little bit surprised he's gone on to accept a squad rotation role, but he's happy with that, and we will keep him here for at least the next 3 seasons. So the new contract to Caleb Parkin automatically rejects that offer from Sheffield Wednesday. Mary from Motherwell, I will reject that one as well, just because we saw what happened earlier on this season when we lost the likes of Caleb Parkin. Benarus also got himself injured, and that was 2 players in those midfield positions. If we happen to have one of those again in the second half of the season, it will be tough if we're selling any midfielders. But let's go straight into the transfer deadline day here. That is a big rumor there. Larson to Napoli. The deadline day have started on a bang here. Everton could potentially be losing one of the best strikers in the league, and for them, of course, they want to finish in the top 6. I'm sure they want to finish in the top 2 if they can. So losing a striker like Strand Larson, that will be tough for them, Well, I did say if we get an offer for Josh Mulligan, I would potentially consider that. It looks like it's the Italian side and Cremonese there, £1.1 million for him, or just over £1.1 million, I should say. If we can get £1.5 million for this deal, I'm happy to let him go. The only issue though is with 4 hours to go in the transfer deadline day, can we find a suitable replacement? When you have that love-hate relationship with someone or something, right? Some part of me, as much as he's not performed for us, still want to keep him. I don't like the fact that he's not doing too well, but at the same time, I still think, okay, the gap in the valuation is too much. They're not going to pay the £1.5 million anyway. And that will do us nicely then for the rest of the January transfer window with just an hour to go. Some of the top deals that have gone on: Gallagher to Juventus for £63 million. Elanga to Leipzig there, big move for him. To Germany. Molero to Tottenham for £75 million. And you've got Echeverri joining Borussia Dortmund for just under £50 million. Now, we will have to focus on what we have from now to the end of the season. Some big games coming up, for our youth academy scouting, starting in the Netherlands, where we're scouting for a goalkeeper. Visor, we will continue to scout further. And the remaining 3, though, we will get rid of them here in the Netherlands. Tell you what, Gianluca Ferrari have come back with a lot of defensive options for us here in England. And Bradley Bentley, we will continue to scout further. Exactly the same for Kai White as well. Those two players we've been scouting for a couple of months now. The rest of them, though, we would potentially get rid of. Liam Fisher, we will scout further. CDM 6'4", something tells me he's a centre back. So if we scout him further, maybe we will get a more accurate update for him. But let's see what happens here in the next month for those 3 or 4 players. And finally, in Kosovo, where we're scouting for attacking options, Maniani, we will continue to scout further, and Vuthaj, we will continue to do the same as well. And Spahia, his starting overall is a little bit too low. But then again, I've been told when they've got such a low starting overall like that and decent potential, it could mean they are in the wrong position. So for that reason, I might just scout him a little bit further. The rest of them, though, we will get rid of them here. Oh, wow, it's 200 appearances for the Gaffer going into the FA Cup game against Oxford United. Now, considering managers do not get long at football clubs this stage, 200 appearances, that is a massive, massive achievement. Of course, across 4 seasons, that is. This is our 4th season, I want to say. I could be wrong, maybe 5th season, but this is our 4th season. I'll go with Jamiel Collins, though, and retiring at the end of this season there. The breaking news has just popped up. That would be a shame, though, considering we gave him a 2-year contract when we signed him from Cardiff City, and we would hope he would honor that 2-year contract before he retires. Man, that would be a shame if we end up losing him. Yes, you don't want to force a player to not retire, to play football against their will. You don't want to do that. But ideally, when you give a player a 2-year contract, you've got to think they would honor that 2-year contract. Adamson, who started this game up front for us, big opportunity. I did say he steps up in the cup games, especially for us, especially the last couple of seasons, I believe. Last season, he scored about 4 or 5 goals in the Carabao Cup before we send him out on loan to Queen's Park Rangers, which I did end up regretting that decision. Merry goes for it with his left foot, and that is why we rejected that offer from him. When you've got a player that can, start these sorts of games and produce magical moments like this for you, why would you even think about selling that player? Ah, that's a lovely finish. I mean, it's this. Normally, you would expect you to almost go close to the roof of the net to beat the goalkeeper from those sorts of positions, but not that time. What a goal from Mary. It's Cameron Brannigan, a centre midfielder that I very much like, especially at this level. I feel like he's one of those players that can do everything in midfield. Cameron Brannigan, straight from conceding a goal there, Oxford United have almost got a goal for themselves. But going back to Cameron Brannigan, he can defend, he can attack. He's great as set piece. He pops up with the goals. He gets assists for his team. So it's another big chance from Oxford United here. They have sort of responded quite well after conceding, Out wide. Can we get her out wide quickly? Why did he stop making the run there, Donnelly? I thought he would have carried the run in that right back position. He's made it now, though. Maybe a little bit too late. Oh, no. He finds Benarouz in the box. Benarouz to Adamson. That should have been an easy tap-in. So now was he missed from there? I mean, the sort of quality with Adamson, in terms of his finishing ability anyway, you would have expected him to score that goal. A couple of substitutions there coming on, and Mary being replaced by Omari. Patrick was the one replacing Mary. I forgot about who was replacing Mary for a second there, but how is he not offside? How is he not offside there? Oh, it's a big save from McGee. That should have been the equaliser for Oxford United. He looked offside there though, didn't he? He looked offside. The other substitution was Collins replacing, or Leo Connor replacing Jamiel Collins there. I mean, if we had conceded from that earlier on, when clearly he looked like he was offside, but Callum Parkin continues to run a pull back again to Adamson. He should have scored a brace in this game. For some reason, he's not hit the target. That's it. It's a 1-0 victory for us. We will be progressing to the next round, to the second round of the FA Cup. We want to try and have a cup run. So far, the best we have done in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. I believe it's the fourth or the fifth round. Hopefully, we can do better this season. And it's a big one for us up next here. I mean, I've used the press conference to sort of increase the players' morale, let some players know they're still very much important for us. It is Burnley, top of the table clash, the top two going head to head at Prenton Park. The last time we faced this Burnley team, the reverse fixture ended up being 1-1 draw. We scored late in the second half, but just before the end of the game, Burnley got the equaliser, 5 points separating both teams going into this game, and goal difference just the +1 difference. I think we've got +23 and Burnley have got +24 goals. I mean, that attacking trio of Odua, Kone and Kergabe is fast becoming our best attacking trio right now. You would hope one of them, maybe two of them, can get a goal against a tough Burnley side that are difficult to crack. And the reason Burnley are second right now is, I believe, oh, nice there from Humphreys, who I didn't expect him to make this sort of impact in the first team when we promoted him from the youth academy. But he had that loan move in the second half of the season, grew to 67 rated from, I believe, 62 to 67 rated, which was quite good. He came back from that loan, started off the season as a squad rotation player, but he sort of made his way to being important. It's Kergabe on that left-hand side, on that right-hand side, I should say. The little change of pace there. Cut inside to his left foot. We know what he can do when he cuts inside to his left foot like this. He goes for the far corner, but it's a good save. We have started this game really, really well right now. The only thing missing so far, chaotic moments in the box there. The shot's blocked to Lauritsen. Lauritsen on his left foot. How have we not taken the lead in a game like this that we've... I mean, when you play against a team like Burnley and you have chances at the start, you have to take it. Come on. Just before the end of the first half here, Burnley, one last attack. Through ball to Hannibal Meshbury. Big tackle there from Donnelly. He made one or two of this against Everton, and I said he's beginning to get it. He's beginning to understand what it means playing in the first team, starting week in, week out for Tranmere Rovers. And that is one of those big tackles again that gets the fans excited, that gets the crowd going. Out wide here to Stewart. Arthur Stewart with a little cross to the far post. Let's be honest, Kergabe is never going to win those headers on the far post. He's only 5'7", I believe. But that's it for the end of the first half. We started and finished our big tackle there again, Arthur Stewart. We started and finished our first half quite well. We were the more aggressive team. We created the better chances. We had shots on target. We had big moments. Just couldn't take the chances, which I've got a feeling if we want to win this game, Burnley are not going to play like this for 90 minutes. We need to get that goal. Kergabe goes for it, but it's a save again. Arthur Stewart's done well there inside to Charlie Webster. Charlie Webster goes back outside to Carla Parkin, who is intercepted by Tez. Parkin's done well to win back possession straight away. That's what I'm talking about. We have been by far a lot more aggressive than Burnley in this game, which you wouldn't have expected considering Burnley have got an aggressive team of their own. Charlie Webster, out of nothing, he finds the bottom left-hand corner and he puts us in front in what has arguably been one of our best performances against a team in the top six. And what a finish there, son. That's his 5th goal this season, Charlie Webster. Oh, what a moment to get it. Can we hang on down? One last attack from Burnley. It's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. And we have got a 1-0 victory, and we stretch that advantage, top of the league on Burnley, to 8 points. But Leicester City have still got that game in hand, so that's something we've got to watch out for. We deserve this victory. We dominated the game. Now for this next game against Birmingham City, I've got 1 or 2 tricks up my sleeves going into this game. We have struggled against them. Yes, we won the last game against them, But even that game, they dominated us. We've played them about 5 times in the save, and we've only won one of those games, which it's incredible, right? But Leicester City, we're 6 points clear of them going into this game. However, though, they have got that game in hand. A point on the board is better than a game in hand, as we all know. But I cannot wait for them to play that game in hand. Change of formation here going into this game, 4-3-1-2. You know, we want to try and avoid playing out from the back, especially on a wet, rainy surface. We want to hit those two strikers, hold the ball from there, and try and, you know, get players running in behind those two strikers. I do think this system can cause them one or two problems, but let's get into this one. Come on, the Rovers. You know, one of the reasons we looked so good against Burnley was the fact that we were so much more aggressive than them. And like I said, arguably one of our best performances against a top 6 opponent. Well, that's something Birmingham offers more than any other team in this division. That work rate, they are athletic, they win the ball high up the pitch, especially that attacking 4 and the midfield 2 of Mark Leonard, and they've also got Christian Bellic in there. I mean, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Hence, we thought we would try something different here. Rather than playing out from the back, let's hit the two strikers and feed off those two strikers. I mean, it's the change of formation might not help necessarily the fact that we haven't really used the new system, but the plan is to not play out from the back. I mean, you've got to defend well, though. You've got to defend well against a team that can create chances out of nothing. And like I said, their forward 4, they do quite well. They do combine quite well. Goes for the shots with the outside of his foot there. Gabe trying to go for the spectacular there, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. One of the reasons Mulligan have started from the left-hand side of that midfield 4, of that box midfield 4, or the triangle midfield 4, I should say, once again, is Cameron Norman and winning the ball back for us. Yeah, Mulligan offers us that athleticism, his work rate, his ability to cover distance. I think is the most suited to playing in that left side of the midfield 4 for this game. Come on. We haven't really given them any chances, which is good so far. We haven't tried to play off from the back. Oh, it's a terrible tackle there from Christian Bellic, I believe. I think it's only going to be a yellow card, though. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card, and that completely changes the game for us. Hopefully to our favor. I didn't think that was... Oh, that was a terrible tackle. At first glance, I didn't think it was a bad enough tackle to get himself a red card. But looking at that replay there, that was a really bad tackle. He was late. He was never going to win the ball from that. That was awful tackle. It's a double red card if the referee could have done it twice. The cross blocked at a corner. I cannot believe they've done something silly like that to give us what you would think, what you would imagine it's advantage Tranmere Rovers. Going into the remainder of this game, Jamilu Collins on that far post could not win the header for us. Doesn't matter, they've got 10 men. It doesn't matter if they've got 10 men. They're still showing the same level of aggressiveness in this team. It's another bad tackle. You've got to calm it down now, Birmingham. You cannot be putting tackles like that. You risk getting a second red card here. It's only a yellow this time for Lizo. I wouldn't mind that player in our team, you know. It's got so much quality, Lizo. Honestly, I don't know how Birmingham managed to get a player of that quality. Mulligan! I said he was going to have a big game today. I wasn't thinking he would score a goal. When I said he was going to have a big game, I thought in the sense that he was going to be crucial to us winning possession back. I did not think it was going to be a goal. But on the stretch, on his left foot, now that's the £1.5 million goal. The fact that we tried to sell him for £1.5 million, but we couldn't get that deal to go through. What a moment for him there to get a second goal of the season as well. But Henry wins possession back for us here. We could turn defense into attack. Can't keep driving forward. He finds Richard Kone, who's still got a little bit of work to do here. Cut inside to his left foot. Kone goes for it. And he's hit the post. He's hit the post there. That should have well been the second of this game. And game over. George Hall replacing Ethan Laird. Does that mean they will be going 3 at the back? The fact that they're taking off a right back and they're bringing on a centre midfielder there. The plan must be to go 3 at the back and box the midfield up. I mean, I would like to see what the opponent manager is thinking about when they make changes like that. But I suppose it's one of those where you've got to try and work it out yourself. And with the last kick of the game, once again, the referee allowed them 2 extra minutes there. But with the last kick of the game, it was off target. Couldn't cause us any trouble from that. It's a 1-0 victory. The red card played a big impact to the result, but I'll take it. And from one bogey team of ours, Birmingham City, to another here, Bolton Wanderers, who are bottom of the league right now. And come to think about it, historically, these are teams that we have struggled against. Once again, we go with that forward trio of Odua, Richard Kone, and Keg Gabe. I'll tell you what, though, none of them have scored a goal in today's episode, which is a good thing for us, really. The fact that we're winning games, but our attacking trio are not scoring goals. I mean, that only means when they start scoring goals, we will be in a much better position. If you think about the games we've had so far, it was Mary getting a goal against Oxford United, a midfielder. It was Charlie Webster, another midfielder, getting a goal against Burnley. And our last game against Birmingham, it was Mulligan. Oh, change of direction there from Kegib. Kegib on his right foot. Oh, Lawrenson tops it out. And what a dream start to this game against Burnley. He wanted it more there, didn't he? And yet again, it's another midfielder getting a goal for us in today's episode. Look at this. The shot saved in between the 2 defenders. He wanted it more than those 2 defenders, didn't he? This is my goal. I'm going to do everything to put it in. And that's exactly what Lawrenson have done there for his 5th goal of the season. Defender cross. It's gone inside there. Parker bails his mate out of trouble there. Callum Parkin, rather, not Parker. Bails Arthur Stewart out of trouble there. Charlie Webster have made a good run in between the fullback and the centre-back. Have to slow it down, though. Not too many support at the time, but still in possession to Odua. Odua plays in Callum Parkin. Callum Parkin, stop it, son. 3 months out, injured. He's back. He started a couple of games. He's got himself a new contract, and he's back with the goals again. We really did miss him, didn't we? We really did miss him when he was out for 3 months. It's not just the fact that he pops up with goals for us, because Henry does that, Mary does that as well. So we didn't miss his goals, but what we did miss is that, it's just so much better than any other player that we have in that position, in that box-to-box midfield role. He plays that role so much better. Callum Parkin is one of the things that I enjoy about him. It's ability to drive with the ball. And talking about driving with the ball, oh, that is nicely done there from Kegib. Just couldn't get the assist there to his name as the shot was blocked. Unlucky there. Owner to deal with. He goes short. Cross to the box. Santos wins the header. But Arthur, Charlie. Oh my God. I just keep on forgetting the names. But Charlie Webster will see that one out. Callum Parkin has been taken off here. He's not quite ready to be playing back-to-back 90 minutes just yet. We've got to manage his minutes, of course. Leicester City get the lead there against Ipswich Town. That could be a big result for the Foxes, who haven't looked too great this season, considering they finished third last season. I mean, it's a mad one for Leicester City, isn't it? Considering they finished third last season, you would have expected them to be the team that will be promoted in the top 2 this season, but they just haven't been quite consistent. But with the last kick of the game, Bergstrom makes a big save for us to preserve his clean sheet. It's a 2-0 victory. And once again, the midfielders with the goals. Lawrenson, Callum Parkin getting us the goals. to seal the 2-0 victory for us. We're almost at the end of February and 6 points clear of Leicester City, top of the league. Leicester have got a game in hand now, but most importantly, we're 10 points clear of Burnley. How important is that win against Burnley in today's episode, by the way? And to follow that up with victories against Birmingham and Bolton Wanderers, even better. Wolves are 4th, Everton 5th, and you've got Ipswich Town 6th position right now. Again, all the way till 10th, 11th position is really close. 7 points separating Watford and Ipswich Town there. You've got Birmingham mid-table, Middlesbrough for the 2nd season in a row, not meeting my expectations in terms of the quality of players they've got in that starting 11. Bolton, Sheffield Wednesday, Queen's Park Rangers and Derby County, the bottom 4 right now. In the FA Cup, seeing that we progressed past Oxford United. I almost forgot about the team who plays for the second, but since that we progressed past Oxford United, we are going to the 3rd round of this competition where we would face Tottenham Hotspur away from home. Now that's a tough fixture coming up for us, but at least we have avoided Arsenal this time, who face Crystal Palace away from home. And for the race for the Golden Boot, Ivanovic leading the way on 17 goals and Chufati there on 16. Van Aert in the top 5. You've got Francolino dropping a little bit behind right now. He started the season so well for Watford, but he's slowed down a little bit. And talking about slowing down, Richard Kone is still on 12 goals. I don't think he scored a goal in today's episode. Not as prolific compared to last season, I suppose, but Charlie Webster leads the way in assists. Gaber's in there as well with 8 assists this season. Caballero still in there, and Ryan Felipe holding the 10th spot there for Swansea City, 6 assists. For clean sheets, Bergstrom, of course, is so far ahead of the 2nd place Dean Henderson, now 17 clean sheets for Bergstrom this season. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.